I probably can't go a day without reading about a new intellectual property loss. I think there was a company that just put out a report saying how many keys and everything. It was almost over 12
Mm,
million intellectual property objects were lost last year just on GitHub and GitLab alone.
mm,
Just that it's doubling nearly every year. So intellectual property, once that is out there, even for a very short time by accident,
mhm.
then there are, let's just say, malicious actors and other people that are not malicious that are scanning those repositories and making copies of them all the time.
Mhm.
So the moment it's accidentally released, this intellectual
Mm.
property, it's you've lost. Microsoft has lost entire AI training databases, terabytes
Mm.
of data, because they were accidentally published publicly. And we saw this several years back when, before Amazon put in the controls where by default S3 buckets were not set to public, and now they're set to
Mm.
private when they're
Right.
first instantiated. So for many years, there were lots of data being accidentally released because of the S3 buckets. But we're still seeing, and even though GitHub and other package management places have been doing a better job of securing and trying to provide that more private nature, we're still seeing all the time these reports of accidental leakages into
Mm.
that space. And that is quite honestly a bit of awareness training. Developers, they don't do it intentionally. I mean, they're
Mhm.
very embarrassed, and then sometimes there's repercussions from a job standpoint if they've
Right.
accidentally released this confidential information out there. And I think that that's something that we've, you know, in the finance space, in the HR space, we understand PII, but development organizations and engineering organizations really classifying that data and understanding what they're putting in there and how it's being released, it's still not structured enough and aware enough that that this isn't happening. And unfortunately, even if it's encrypted with quantum cryptography and the
Mm.
all of that looming in that standpoint, people are just going to hold on to that data until the day that that it is breakable, and then they'll retrieve that. So it's a significant problem that we need to be doing more to pay attention to.
And I guess it sounds like from some of your response that I guess classification, proper training and
Yes,
classification of data, whether it's IP or not, is something important for an enterprise.
yes,
So,
absolutely.